Yeah.
Money is everywhere. This rich kid seems to have their best life ever, but the problem is that they are spoiled. What's up YouTube, it's your girl Street Out, and today reacting to these spoiled kids. I told my father I wanted doors that went up, but didn't mean an old people's car. Okay friend, I understand that this is an old car. You're right, because you were born in a Lamborghini, to take you out to school and then to pick you back from school, And I was born with my foot so that I could walk by myself to school. And since for you, maybe this car is worthless, so can you please give it to me? Maybe I'll be very grateful to receive this as a gift. Bro, I understand why you're spending all that money. Teenagers and lies. You cannot be spending what your father makes in a year, in a day. Get yourself some normal shoes. Maybe an Uber will be fine. A normal watch. A rich kid gets to experience how a poor family lives.
So what's your most expensive item that you have purchased?
A Birkin bag, crocodile skin. That one was 34,000 pounds.
Yes, a Birkin bag, that one was 34,000 pounds. That's how you be speaking when you think the money that you've been spending comes from trees.
Serious?
Yeah.
My gosh, that is actually crazy. How many times do you go on holiday a year?
4 or 5 times.
4 or 5 times a year?
Yeah. I love skiing. If the whole family is going, it'll cost us around 50,000.
Wow.
Well, good to hear that, girl. Do you know, actually, when I go on vacation in my sleep, at least when I sleep, I'm not thinking about anything. I'm just in my dreams and I'm exploring the entire whole world in my dream.
That's actually crazy.
That's wow.
For a holiday.
Well,
and how long do you go for?
Well, we usually go for like 2 weeks.
So £50,000 for 2 weeks or 10 days?
May I ask, what is your monthly income?
In total for a whole month, we get £650, and that has to last us for a whole 4 weeks. And that has to cover everything. That has to cover bills, food, baby essentials, travel, everything. It's currently coming in by benefits for me and my children.
How do benefits work? What is benefits?
It's help from the government for people like me. Mm-hmm. It does not stretch for 4 weeks, does it?
No.
It always gets to maybe the middle of the 3rd week and we're pretty much left with nothing.
So how do you buy food once you're left with nothing?
We struggle, but we always get by somehow.
Have you ever said no to your child if he wants something?
Here is actually the real talking point, because at least their kids are not spoiled at you and they will accept and know from their parents because they understand the situation.
We always have to say no, especially to the bigger one. It does make us a bit sad knowing that we cannot give him what he wants sometimes, but we don't want him to grow up spoiled. Mm-hmm. I want him to appreciate what he's already got and not want for what he hasn't got.
I hope after this experience, the girl learns to appreciate what she has got and not what she hasn't got.
Cameron, why do you keep screaming in her face?
Because she won't go to bed!
Why does she need to go to bed right now? Go to bed!
It's gonna ship her house and we don't want her there!
Oh, so Santa actually comes to your house. Am I the only one that Santa never came to my house?
It's not even real!
Oh my God. Cameron, it's okay. He will still come to our house. You can go to bed, honey.
He's not real!
Cameron, go to bed, love. He will still come, I promise you. You'll have... Cameron!
Now I'm 100% sure that Santa will not come to your house with a gift, because the money that will be used for the gift, your mom will use that money to repair that MacBook.
How much money is in your guys' bank account?
I've got around 750.
Like in my spending, like 75, 80K.
$80,000. You have $80,000?
Yeah, my dad keeps giving me the money.
Are you serious?
I'm sorry, but my dad.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
So that steak dinner I just paid for down the boardwalk.
You're a guy. You should.
No way. So you mean he's the guy, so he needs to pay for the dinner? How you keep $80,000 in your bank account?
You're a guy.
You didn't know this?
No, I had no idea. I thought we were in the same situation. I thought that like maybe we had like maybe similar bank accounts.
Well, like obviously, like
$80,000 compared to my $750. I just paid for the massive steak and lobster.
You're a guy. You're a guy. You should be a gentleman and pay for me.
Yeah, you're right. A gentleman should exist, but a gentlewoman should also exist too.
No, I agree, but not in this case. Are you serious? $80,000 after I
yeah,
stayed
no.
with you through your dog's death. Are you serious? And you're not gonna pay for anything for me?
You're gonna bring that up right now?
Yes, of course I'm gonna bring that up. Are you serious? That's insane.
Dude, I went through so much because of that, and you're gonna bring that up?
I don't care.
Go find
Yeah,
another
no,
girl.
I don't
no,
care.
go find
No,
another
I don't
girl,
care.
lady.
Maybe I will.
You won't, though.
This is very sad. She mean like it's normal for him to pay everything with the little that he has while she keeps her money. Yeah, we have a lot of money, but the problem is that we are so bored. So let's go and throw some of them in the ocean for fun. Me calling my dad while shopping.
Hi, Daddy, it's me.
Oh, hi, Julia. How are you?
100,000? Like 100,000.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Say yes, or you're not seeing Valentino.
Say yes, or you're not seeing Valentino. You know, $100,000 can buy my whole entire family, and then this girl wants to spend it all of a sudden for shopping. Rich kid tries buying whole Parmigiano cheese.
Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm gonna buy this cup of milk.
What are you gonna do with it?
Buy it.
The whole thing?
Yeah, the whole thing.
What are you gonna do with it?
Eat it.
Eat it, the whole thing?
Yes, the whole thing. Why is it? Can I not buy this whole thing?
No.
Why?
Because I say so.
You're the owner?
Yes.
How much you want for this?
It's over $2,000, but what are you gonna do with it?
I know it's $2,000.
Yeah.
What, you think I can afford it?
I know it's $2,000. What do you think I can afford it? You know, bro, just humble yourself. We know you got the money, but it doesn't make you a person.
Do with
You
it?
don't let me buy the Parmesan.
You can't.
Why?
Not here, my friend. No way. See? It's too heavy.
Yup, this should be enough for him to know that he can't buy anything just because he has the money.
Things I thought were normal growing up rich. I always wondered how my parents weren't broke. I literally thought they were both unemployed. Now that I'm older, I understand that my dad's an investor. But when I was a kid, I never saw any one of my parents go to an office or go on a business trip or anything like that. In fact, on my sister's first day of preschool, they picked her up in a Rolls Royce, and I think they got so many weird stares from everyone else in the school.
Oh my god, they got so many weird stares from everyone in the school. You know, they were the richest in this school.
That when it was my turn to go to preschool, they never did that for me. Because none of my parents had conventional jobs, we were always traveling for months in a year. When we were in like first grade, we skipped a whole semester of school. Looking back on, it's kind of crazy because we still had to pay full school fees. And then when we did go on trips, we always took our full-time nanny.
When we were in first grade, we skipped the whole entire semester, but we still paid for the school fees. And when we were in trip, we had our own full-time nannies. You know, our life was all about spending and wasting money.
So it didn't matter if we were flying private or staying in like a castle in Scotland, she was always gonna come with us. School, I felt like all the popular girls either played netball or soccer or basketball, and I had to play tennis. And when I asked my parents why I couldn't play netball instead of tennis, they said it was because the other sports were cheap. My mom told me because tennis is usually a solo sport or in pairs, it's more expensive to rent a court, the equipment is more expensive, and just everything was more costly.
I personally, when I have money to spend, or I think this what every normal person does, is that they go for the cheapest. But you telling me that your parents always went for the most expensive?
Some other rich people activities my parents made us do was skiing, horseback riding, and shooting lessons, which was a weird one. I actually really like that one, like clay pigeon shotgun shooting. I've also never had a sleepover in my life, and I don't necessarily think that this is related to me growing up rich. However, I do think because my parents don't have a usual job, they had so much free time that they could be super helicopter strict parents. So you know that super rich kids audio where it's like parents weren't around enough That, I think, was false, at least in my case, because my parents were always around. Guys, I kid you not, I used to feel so dumb and low-key embarrassed that I didn't know that my parents had a job when I was little. So I remember one time in class, we had to like draw our parents' occupation, and I drew my dad playing chess.
Okay, good to know. You mean your dad played chess for a living and the money was flowing like water? You know, my dad worked for more than 8 hours, maybe 12 hours, and then the money would be coming like drop of tears.
That's all I really saw him do. I also think because growing up I never saw my parents working, every time somebody would ask me what I wanted to do when I was older or my plans for a job, I would just straight up tell them I don't want to have a job, which I obviously know is such a privileged position to be in, and I'm so grateful. Love you guys so much. Bye.
The world she grew up in and the world I grew up in were absolutely different. Growing up, for me, getting a job was like a big solution to most of our problems. But anyway, let's move on to the next video. Rich kid gets his car kicked.
You can't park here! You can't park here! Okay, if you pay me that, I'll do it.
Get out of my face.
I'm not gonna warn you again.
I remember your face. I'm gonna be back here. I'm gonna go to my Albanian friends.
Take it back.
I'm going back to my Albanian friends. I'll be back with my Albanian
Okay,
friends.
bring everyone.
Yes! I love y'all mad. Yeah, I love y'all mad.
Bro,
Y'all mad.
Bro, look,
Y'all
ready?
But the rich kid was like, I'm going to bring my Albanian friends. I'm going to bring my Albanian friends, you know. I think that's just so stupid. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you subscribe and see you in the next video.